I'm going to talk about word stress in English today. And by stress, I mean which words are louder and receive more time or are longer in a sentence when you are speaking. So let's first take a look at the words that do get this stress. These include nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, question words, demonstratives, and negatives. So there are some grammatical words here. Nouns and verbs are pretty familiar to most people, as are adjectives and adverbs. By question words, this would be who, what, where, why, when, how, if they're used in the sense of asking a question. Demonstratives, this, that, these, and those. We do put that stress emphasizing those words. And lastly, negatives in the sense of no, not, or contractions. If we're saying do not, or I don't, I cannot, I can't, that gets stressed in the sentence. When we're thinking about stress, we're thinking about which words are the most important, which ones are the most important for the meaning and understanding what the person is saying. And all of these words are very important for the meaning. In contrast, the other words in the sentence, such as these examples here, articles, a or the or an, helping verbs, so not the main verb which carries the main meaning, but the other verbs that maybe tell us about the tense. So in the present perfect, have studied, the have is a helping verb, was going in that past progressive, was is a helping verb. So those helping verbs, they tell us more about the tense than they do about the actual meaning of the sentence. So those don't get stressed. Pronouns, for the most part, are not stressed, including those personal pronouns, relative pronouns. There's a whole group of pronouns, and these might be subject pronouns, object pronouns. The little words usually don't get stressed in a sentence. Conjunctions, so and, but, or, and so forth, those usually also don't get stressed. And prepositions, to, on, at, in, all of those words that show us the relationship between things in time or things in space, those also don't typically get stressed. So there's rules about what gets stressed and what doesn't get stressed, but more importantly, when we're looking at a sentence, I want to show you what this sounds like. So here are some examples. Let me read this for you and then we'll talk about stress. So this sounds like, I should have known that you would come. I should have known that you would come. The two words here that receive stress are the main verb known and the main verb come. Our pronouns, I and you, actually don't receive that stress. Should have, that's part of the helping verb. Would, it's a helping verb as well. And that also doesn't receive stress. So what you notice when I say that sentence is two things. Known and come, they're louder and they're longer. The rest of the sentence, it's a little bit less loud, so it's quieter. It's also said more quickly. So notice this. I should have known. I should have known. Da 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 da. That you would come. Da 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 come. So instead of reading the sentence, giving each word equal time, I should have known that you would come, we have this nice rhythm that develops because of the stress. Everything not stressed moves quite quickly, then the stressed word is given more time. I should have known that you would come. Let's take a look at this other example here. Let me read it for you and I want you to identify which words receive the stress. Where is the package? Is it in the mailbox or on the porch? And again, where is the package? Is it in the mailbox or on the porch? So going back to our rules about what is stressed, we have a question word where, which receives stress. Package as a noun receives stress. Mailbox, porch. Now, if I was to just say those words, where, package, mailbox, porch, you could get the rough meaning of what I'm trying to say. Not completely, but mostly what, the sentence is saying here. So think of that as you're thinking of stress. Can the person get the gist of it based on those stress words? Well, yes. Notice we again have that rhythm with the non-stressed words being faster. Where is the package? And then listen to this. Is it in the? Da-da-da-da. And we have some linking going on as well. Is it in the mailbox or on the porch? Many people, they say to me, I want to develop my fluency. And this actually is a big part of fluency, that movement in between the stressed words, linking, connecting, and making it have this beautiful rhythm that is this characteristic pattern in the English language. Let's look at our last example here. Let me read it for you. It was a big problem to solve, but he had a solution. It was a big problem to solve, but he had a solution. So a couple of things to note here. We have an adjective, big problem. Typically adjectives get stressed because they add that extra detail to the noun. Solve, we have our verb there. Had, now had is actually a main verb here. So when had means possession or to own something, that's when it is stressed. It's not stressed when it's a helping verb like what we saw at the beginning. Solution is also a noun and it's stressed there. So without the words, it would sound like if I just said the rhythm, da 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 da. And you can hear the slightly louder and longer stress words. Let me say that one more time. It was a big problem to solve, but he had a solution. So when we talk about stressed and unstressed words in English, it's very important to start to recognize which words receive that emphasis. And secondly, to start to reduce or say the unstressed words more quickly and quietly, really working on developing that rhythm and fluency as you're practicing. If you're looking to learn more about stress in general, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that notification bell so you're updated when I release my next videos. I have lots of information about sounds, vowels, consonants, syllable stress, and now word stress, and also fluency aspects such as linking and connecting words and so forth. I will see you in the next video.